I'm going for 100 wins, and you're coming with me. Bam! Alright, so got another recording for you guys. This one is actually some solo showdown gameplay, so I apologize in advance if this is not the most action-packed gameplay, but I actually really wanted to see where I ended up if I went super try-hard sweaty mode for this gameplay. So as you can see, I do decide to land Junction. I always want to choose a path that's like really far away from where the bus is, and it works out for me from time to time. Now for this game, I actually didn't, I guess, curve enough or fly in the correct way, so I end up not having enough height to make it to Junction. So I do decide later on to land Pleasant Park, but I'll notice that other people have beat me to Pleasant Park already. You'll see it here in a minute. See, as you can see, I only made it up like not even close to Junction. Alright, see, I'm making my way to Pleasant Park and I noticed that roof over there is already destroyed, which means people have already landed there. So if I decide to go there, I would definitely be 100% screwed, because I'd only have a pickaxe and I don't know how long they've already been there. So I'm just gonna make my way over here to this unnamed house and pray that no one's inside here. And as I go inside, I just farm myself some mats. You know, if I get into trouble, I can just find myself a gun, which is nice. Band-aids, awesome. Just gonna go through this house very quickly and methodically. Yeah, found myself a pump, which is awesome. And I found myself a big shield. Now, with the way the bus landed, there's a very high chance that nobody decided to go to Haunted Hills and Junction. So the plan is for me to grab these hop rocks and make my way over and go for the loot that's in that area. A blue pump, which is really nice upgrade. Just gonna make my way over. Now, I did get sniped here, but I decided to ignore it completely. There's no point in getting into a fight, and seeing as I have a hop rock, there's no chance that they're going to really chase me down to the outside of the map. No point in pushing others in this game mode, just playing it safe, making sure I go for the win. Right, so I'm in these little unnamed houses, which is nice. I'm just going to... I didn't want to loot inside those houses, because really what I want are chests. And seeing that I only have 1 minute and 20 seconds, I'm really trying to be as efficient as I can. Again, holding on to the big shield for as long as I can, because I know that there's still a possibility for me to find minis. A high possibility, actually. So all these chests in Haunted are going to be mine, since nobody's landed here. And I'm just making my way across the area. Normally, I do enjoy grenades, but right now I'm just prioritizing getting 100 shield, and I actually do find some minis, which is really awesome. Now I can drink up my big shield and be fully prepared to fight a person. Not that that means I'm going to fight a person, it just means I'm going to be prepared to fight a person. Alright, so when I'm in solos, when I'm trying really hard, I like to have 3 weapons: a medium range weapon, like an assault rifle, a short range weapon, shotgun, which is like, you need to have a shotgun because they're just basically the strongest weapon in the game, right? And a long range weapon. So scoped AR or a bolt action sniper rifle. Semi is just so gross to have, you know? So I like to use the long range weapon to scope out my enemies, see what they're doing. Oh, and the other 2 slots are for healing, so medkits and minis. Sometimes I'll do minis and big shields, depending on how the game feels like it, I guess. Not really a very important thing. That way, if I get into a battle with someone, then I can just heal up to full. Again, I want to rotate to the top side of the map. This ensures that nobody is going to be behind me. And I actually do see a guy here, and I'm just praying that he does not look at me. I was tempted to shoot at him and fight, but I realized that the storm is like right on my butt. So if I got into a fight there, a very, very high chance that I would be forced forward and or be fighting in the storm, which is just not good overall. Means we'd have to take a lot of damage in the storm on top of fighting each other, and then I'd have to run out of the storm and heal up, which would seem a vulnerable situation, which is not something I want to be in. So I just decided to hold off and let myself sneak by him. All I really want to do this game is just to casually farm as much as I can, so when I get into the final 2, I'll have no problems entering a build battle. When I get into a fight or ambush or anything, I'll have no problem just building my way out of the situation. And that's what I really enjoy about this mode, is the fact that the materials are increased, so you get more opportunity to build. Right, so I do actually notice here that this area is not looted. I'm gonna go ahead and just loot this area. One thing I would like is a bolt action sniper rifle. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else I need. So there, I'm just gonna leave it, and I'm super paranoid for people on that hill, because I did see that guy, right? So he, along with many others, could be doing the exact same rotation I'm doing, which is just staying on the outside of the map, staying on the north side where the water is from, to guarantee that nobody's there. Alright, so I did spot myself a bolt action sniper rifle. I'm just gonna go ahead and make my way over. Now this place is actually weird. Like, I don't think there's an actual room towards the bolt action. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, there's no room. You have to dig your way into this area. And now I am pretty happy with my loadout right here. The only other upgrade would be like a scar or something, but I'm not really crying for one or anything like that. Alright, so 45 seconds, I'm gonna make my way over to the next circle. Again, I just want to make sure that I farm trees along the way. Generally, you can walk by a tree and hit it 3 times without losing that much momentum. Push. 1, 2. Okay, yeah, you can actually hit it a lot. That's the best way to farm. You want to keep going towards your destination, and you don't really ever want to stop moving when you're farming, because that you never know when a sniper is just looking at you, right? So at least if you're walking, you're still moving a little bit, which means the sniper has to do a little bit of calculation. It's not an easy snipe for him or her. Always want to be on alert, looking left, right. I actually look up because I hear an airdrop. Now, when it comes to airdrops in this game mode, I just completely avoid them. I really do not want to get into a fight with anybody, which is a questionable mindset, because they could really set myself up to win games, like if I find a rocket launcher or whatever. But quite honestly, all you really need to win a game is a shotgun. And if you know how to build, then you can set yourself for victories very easily. Yeah, right here is actually, you can tell how nervous I am because I failed building like a simple ramp. This is an awesome hiding spot, by the way. It's like right behind a hill, right at the edge of the circle. Nobody is going to have an angle on you without you knowing first, unless they decide to climb up this hill first. I guess that would be the one angle. That would be horrible. But at the same time, that would mean that they would have had to see where I was and then specifically hunt me down towards the edge of the circle. You see, the mindset is that an aggressive player would never want to hunt down a person this far back, because that leaves them unable to hunt all the other players. It's super out of the way for them to hunt. That's the mentality that I have here. One thing about sporting the default skin, like, it has its advantages in the sense that people underestimate you, they protect themselves less, and it makes for you having an easier time to kill them. But on the other hand, some people, aggressive players in fact, they go even harder. They're like, easy kill, I want this skill, and everybody also thinks that, so they're more likely to chase you down, follow up, kill you, when in actuality, especially in this game mode, you are, I keep saying you, but maybe I should say I do not want to fight at all, so I won't even shoot back. And that's where my playstyle really gets into trouble, because there's no chance for me to get rid of them. I always want to maintain high ground when I'm entering the circle, and I always want to move as slowly as possible because there's no need to hold a position inside the circle. So, hugging the left side where the airdrop was. I was actually maybe a little tempted to try and get it, but I realized that it's a little bit too far. No big deal. And as I am looking for it, I noticed someone does go for the airdrop. But just gonna go ahead and try and kill them. I was actually hesitant on shooting them, but when I see that default, and I'm like, alright, I'm going for it. On top of that, the way this player walked meant that if I shot, he would have to be pushed by the storm and then drop down to this little like tunnel area here, I guess. Looking at it, no loot. That looks good. Worth it for me to go in there. So, I think if there was a scar, no, not even, I wouldn't go for a scar. So yeah. Right here, I'm just scoping out the enemy, seeing what they're doing. So this guy right here, very, very aggressive. I do not want to attract his attention. I just want to make sure that he's not coming for me. So, make my way back up here to the high ground and just chill. I see an airdrop. I see this guy. He's got the hop rocks, and I've already profiled him to be someone very aggressive. The problem is that if the storm comes, I'm going to be pushed directly at him, so I'm just keeping an eye on what he's doing, making sure that he's not looking at me, hasn't noticed me, etc, etc. Well, yeah, just top off on some health. There's actually an airdrop here as well that I'm keeping a watch on, and I see a guy going for it. He's also got the hot rock. Tempted to snipe him, but he does duck down and I can't see him anymore. Again, I don't want to snipe because that attracts attention to me, which is not a big deal for me. Not a priority for me right now. Now, as you can see, Mr. Aggressive Guy is coming. This This might be a different guy, but I'm pretty sure it's the same guy. And he's going in for the fight. That's my cue to be able to sneak around. If I was playing a normal game, that's my cue to get in the fight. Then all the players in the area have been accounted for me to clean up. I always want to be in a position to clean people up. But in this game, I only want to be... Sorry about that little lag there. I always want to be the person who is not even in anyone's minds. That way I can clean up the final fight. So the ideal situation for me is to be in a final 3, and the moment the other 2 start fighting, I'm gonna swoop in for the final kill. Again, my favorite place to hide is at the edge of hills. That way I have the ability to peek over the hill using third person property. But nobody has the, nobody can see me. So this is a nice little hiding spot. Right now, I don't need to see the enemies, it's not a priority. I can use gunshots or sounds to be able to locate them. And the left side is just so open. Oh, I just did a quick check and there's no need to wall off that area. Not gonna lie, I was a little bit paranoid. But now, it's just calmly waiting for my opportunity to swoop in for the final win. Final kill, the final win. I guess when the storm comes, that's when I'll be forced to move as well. Got 5 seconds, so I'm gonna want to stay on the high ground here. Make sure I can see what I'm getting myself into. And someone actually died, so now it's a final 2. And the storm is pushing me in very slowly. About 30 seconds, hoping he's gonna peek. He peeks, try and take a shot, but he's not there. So now he knows I'm here, and I know he's there. What he's expecting me to do is to walk straight forward, maintain that high ground, and enter a build battle. But what I do instead is drop down, go for this hop rock, and jump back up. There's a little bit of risk in the sense that he has the high ground, right? But if I enter a build battle with him while I have hop rocks, it's just so overwhelming. And as you can see here, it works out really well. I hate it when people do this. I have difficulty beating them. I know the reaction is supposed to be to fight them. Yeah. Alright, that's the ending. I hope you guys enjoyed.